guys, and we are live. The Underwater Squad. I'm going to take you through the community on school.com, SKOOL, not the old school with SCH, because that's the school we don't like. This is school with a K. This is the school that we do enjoy. This is the school where all the cool people are on, like me, peace in every breath. This is the school where you can actually learn something that you can use in your life. Not the old school, but the new school. School.com/underwater squads. And yes, we're going to talk about a 40% discount that is currently going on. Currently, this is a temporary offer. So if you want to grab that offer, you better do it now, because I don't know how long this is going to be up. It's going to be maybe only a couple of days. So what's the 40% deal about? If you opt for the annual plan, so this is a subscription plan, monthly subscription. If you opt in for the monthly plan, for the yearly plan, annual, then you get 40% discount. And why are we doing this? Because people who join the Underwater Squad, they tend to stay quite some time, because after a while they start to understand that, hey, wait a minute, I'm actually in a pretty awesome community here, and I'm enjoying it, and I can talk to other people who are holding their breath and doing breath hold training, and I can always come back to this. So we have people who are in this community for over a year already because they freaking love it. It's just fun being in the Underwater Squad. It's not just theory, it's actual practice. We hold our breath together on the live Zoom calls, and if you cannot make it on the live Zoom calls, that's perfectly okay. You can just watch the replay, and then it still feels like you're doing it together with other people, because you're watching this screen where all of us are holding the breath together. So whether you're actually doing it live or you watch the replay, in both cases it has this feeling of doing it in group together with people, and that's why people stay. And because I want to give a little extra to the people who stay long term, I'm offering this annual plan with a serious discount, 40%. So before we jump in, what you get in the Underwater Squad, let's take a look at the numbers, right? So monthly, you're getting this for $37 per month, 37 USD per month. That is the price for the Underwater Squad. But if you opt in for the yearly plan, and when you press the button join, 37 per month, you will actually see an option. You can choose now between monthly and yearly. You'll see the yearly option inside that says, hey, you can get this for 40% off. So that would be $259 per year, which comes down to $21 per month. So instead of $37 per month, you can get it almost for half the price, $21 per month. Guys, if this is your passion, if you want to become a freediver, if you want to train breath holding, not just by yourself, but together with a community of people who support you and with whom you can interact, if this is your passion, then $21 per month is nothing. It's nothing. It's for free. So that's what you get, 40% off on the yearly plan. All right, so we have Hartono Johnny here, who reached a new PB in breath holding, 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Last week I hit another PB with the Underwater Squad. We have Meli Ranjbar, who said, I'm celebrating an almost 4-minute hang. Yesterday I hanged 3 minutes and 45 seconds. At the 2-meter depth, and besides the last 20 seconds, it was very comfortable. So his almost 4 minutes breath hold underwater, not just static apnea, but actually swimming down underwater and then holding on to these tires or whatever he's holding on to there. Besides the 20 last seconds, it was enjoyable. So how wonderful is this? We have a LaJoy Thomas, who is both a mermaid and a freediver. Personal best, 3 minutes and 46 seconds static. Thank you, Gert. Hit that 50-meter dynamic in the pool and 20-meter constant weight dive. I am very grateful to this course for helping me achieve this goal. So she progressed from 142 to 346. Who am I? My name is Gert Leroy. I'm a freediving instructor and coach. I'm a former national record holder, and I have a YouTube channel with 1.5 million subscribers. And now I dedicate my life to helping beginners, people like you, hold the breath longer. And not just hold the breath longer, but hold the breath longer in a comfortable, enjoyable way. So we pay extra attention inside the underwater squats to breath holding in a way that creates actually positivity, a positive mindset, a positive connotation towards holding your breath, because that is what keeps you going, that is what keeps you motivated, and what keeps you going through each training session, a positive mindset. So if you want to have a summary of what you get inside of the underwater squat, then you can watch this 4-minute video here. It's basically the summary of what I'm going to give you here today in this live stream, but this is going to be a little bit longer. So here on school.com/underwater squats, you have a 4-minute video that takes you through the whole community, right? All right, guys. So let's take a look at the classroom. What do we got? So we got Ultimate 1 and Ultimate 2. These are the actual programs. So Ultimate 1 is a 6-week breather challenge. So it's a breathwork challenge that you get through during 6 weeks. Every day you get 15 minutes workout. You get 5 minutes of stretching and then 10 minutes of breath work every single day for 15 minutes for 6 weeks long. And this is to create motivation. This is to create discipline. This is to create a habit. So you get up in the morning and the first thing you do is these exercises. Let's take a look inside. We start with breathing basics, then we do extending the breath, breathing less, expanding lung capacity, overcoming stress and anxiety, and you get daily routines in the last week. So breathing basics in the beginning, we talk about diaphragmatic breathing, chest breathing, nose breathing, the Ujjayi breath, and taking a bigger final breath, because most of you are not taking in 100% air. You think you're taking a final big breath, but you could actually take in more air if you learn it the proper way. Then week number 2, we do extending the breath. So we start with mini breath holds. Then we practice FRC and RV. So this is empty lung breath holding. We do like very small breath holds, just so you get used to what it is, this sensation of holding your breath after exhalation. Very, very small, very easy. This is just an introduction in the week number 2. We do intercostal breathing. We do the full yogic breath, which is the breath that starts with the belly and ends with the chest. So we take in, this is actually a nice practice to learn how to take in full air for the final breath. In week number 3, we breathe less, because what do we do when we hold a breath? We are breathing less, right? We practice square breathing. We talk about hyperventilation, tidal breathing, and hypoventilation. This is extremely important. Hyperventilation is breathing more than you need to, and hypoventilation is breathing less than you need to. So we go into the specifics of all of this through these 15-minute videos per day. Week number 4, we dedicate to expanding the lung capacity. And how are we going to do this? By stretching the respiratory muscles. And the number 1 exercise for this is the Uddiyana Bandha, the abdominal stretch, where we stretch the diaphragm, the main respiratory muscle, because the more flexible the diaphragm is, the more air we can take in, and also the better we can equalize our ears when we free dive. The Uddiyana Bandha, a diaphragmatic stretch.
Relax
so this is the seated Uddiyana Bandha. Let me see if I can pull up an image where I'm actually practicing it, because here I'm just talking. I'm looking for an image where I'm actually holding in my stomach. Let me skip. Yes, here I'm exhaling, and now this is the Uddiyana Bandha. Let's go forward a little bit. Exhaling, so we do RV, forceful exhalation, forceful exhalation. You lean forward because it's just easier. Then you come back up, and then you suck in that
recovery
diaphragm. Only 1 second here. The next day we do 5 seconds. Let's take a look at the standing Uddiyana Bandha. The same thing, but now we're going to do this in standing position.
in terms of breath.
So we're going to lean forward again. Let me go back to this. We lean forward. Are we seeing this on the footage?
Breath in.
I'm just skipping through the video
Gently.
to show you where I'm actually leaning forwards. Yes, here. So I'm exhaling, forcefully exhale, exhale, exhale.
Forwards and
Exhaling.
let all the air out.
Then you get up. You support yourself on the upper
Come
legs.
up. Gently, gently come up.
And then
Gently come up.
with a straight back, you tilt your hips a bit so the back is straight. Now we suck in that diaphragm. Ujjayi Bandha, we suck in the diaphragm. This is what we do in week
Suck
number
in the
4.
diaphragm and then let go.
We
Remember,
have week number 5, overcoming stress and anxiety. Why is this so important? Because when you want to hold your breath longer, you are going to have to overcome stress and anxiety. You might think that holding your breath longer is about oxygen. It's not. It's actually about rising levels of CO2. So then you might think, okay, I'm just going to train CO2 tolerance. Yeah, okay, cool. But CO2 tolerance is not just a physical thing. CO2 tolerance is probably, for beginners, more a mental thing, and it has to do with your capacity of overcoming that urge to breathe, overcoming stress and anxiety. And we do this through mental techniques like visualization, the body scan. We do cold water facial immersion to trigger the mammalian diving reflex. We go deeper into the mammalian diving reflex in the master class. So what exactly is the mammalian diving reflex? It's a physiological process that happens, that gets triggered when you hold your breath,
central nervous
that makes
system.
the body hold the breath longer. So it
put
actually
some
helps
ice
us
already
in holding the breath
first before
longer.
you put any
And
ice
then in
in
week
this. So I'm not
number
going to
6, we get daily routines as a roundup, energy and focus, sleep, focus and balance, and so on. And in day number 7 of week number 6, we round up with total Zen, tidal breathing. So we basically learn to sit on a chair and do nothing during 10 minutes. Because, think about it, when you hold your breath, what are you going to do? You're going to do nothing. So if you are not able to sit still on a chair and do absolutely nothing, there's no way you can hold your breath longer. So the beginners who come into the underwater squats and who struggle a bit with breath holding, that's the number one thing they struggle with. They just can't sit still on a chair and do nothing. If you cannot sit still, it's going to be very difficult to hold your breath. So first you need to learn to sit still for 5 or 10 minutes, and then you can hold your breath longer. So that's what we practice here in the last day of this 6-minute challenge. When you finish, you can get your certification of completion. I fill in your name and a date of completion. It's signed by me. So that's nice that you get these certificates. And then we have Ultimate 2, the 4-minute plus breath hold training program, the breath hold builder it's called. So the training programs are divided into ranges: 0 to 1 minutes, 1 minute to 2 minutes, 2 minutes to 3 minutes, and 3 minutes to 4 minutes. So whatever your level is, you can go to the range that is relevant to you, of course. So if you can hold your breath for, let's say, 1 minute and 30, then you go to this range, 1 minute and 2 minutes. This is a training program that you can keep on doing. This is not something that stops at a certain time. You keep on cycling through this program, and over time you will make progress, of course. And when you are done with the done, you're actually never done, right? Because you can keep on training your breath hold forever. But this program goes up until 4+ minutes. So when you made it, the 4 minutes, you can get certification again. It looks like this: a certification of achievements ultimate to the breath hold training program. I fill in your name again, the date of completion. Now we have several members who have held their breath longer than 4 minutes, so it's not like you have to stop at 4 minutes, right? So we have James, who held his breath way over 4 minutes. I think it was like 4:30 or something. You have Johnny, 4:10. So 4 is just a number. You can keep on holding your breath as long as you want. So this is Ultimate 1 and Ultimate 2. Then we have an exercise library where we have all the exercises neatly grouped together. So you can take a look there. This is a library. And then we have the breathwork masterclass where we go deeper into specific topics that are related to breath holding and freediving, like oxygen saturation and hypoxia, the mammalian diving reflex, FRC and RV, example metrics for SpO2, oxygen saturation, when you hold your breath. So how fast and how low does your oxygen go down when you hold your breath? What is holding you back the most? How to delay contractions and enjoy static apnea more. Mental training for freediving, how to relax for difficult dives. Breathwork, tidal breathing versus hyperventilation. What is the difference? Can we actually use hyperventilation for freediving or breath holding? Contractions. Many people have questions about contractions. Some people say, Gert, I don't have contractions. Well, you will figure out that you do have contractions. You probably are not aware of them yet. You are not able yet to identify them, and that's why you think you don't have them. But believe me, most people have contractions. The chance that you would belong to that very small percentage of people who never have contractions is very unlikely, and that very small percentage of people that never have contractions might actually be 0%. So, besides freediving and breath holding, we also take a look at how to breathe outside of the scope of breath holding and freediving, how to breathe when exercising, nutrition and supplements, mindset, and mouth taping at night for the mouth breathers to basically force themselves to breathe through your nose instead of the mouth. This is what we get inside of the classroom. Now, bi-weekly, every Wednesday and Saturday, we have live trainings. So the next one will be on Saturday, July the 5th, breath hold training. If you are not able to attend, then you can just watch the replay, and the replay is posted here in the community under the category live replays. And this is how it looks like, guys. This is how we hold our breath inside of the community. But here we are talking after the breath holds, and here we are holding the breath. So we're doing a table where we hold a breath for 75 seconds with 2 breaths in between. We have a counter. I talk you through all the exercises. So we do guided breath holding. So I'm the one who is guiding you through the whole sequence while you close your eyes and hold your breath. And when we're done with the exercises, we talk about it. We exchange some feedback. I can give you feedback based upon what I saw during this live Zoom, and that's how we do it, guys, all together on the live calls. Besides the classroom and the calendars, we also have a map, so you can see where all the members of the underwater squad are physically located. So this is nice to make friends, or maybe you're looking for to make friends, to have freediving buddies. So here you can see where everybody is living. We have the leaderboard, so you get points. So when you participate in the community here, this is the community, when you write a post or when you comment on people's posts or when other people comment on your post, you get points. And the more points you get, the higher in the rankings you get. So for instance, here for the last 7 days, Alessandra has the most points. She actually has the most points for all the leaderboards, 30-day and all time. And based upon your points, certain functionality can get unlocked. Now this goes very fast, like level 2. You can already unlock level 2, which is chat with members and the apnea exercise library. You can unlock this already after a couple of days. So all you have to do is just make a few comments in the community and you will already unlock level 2. And why is this? It is to incentivize you to be active in the community, right? Because we want people to talk to each other. And then level 3, you can reach this a couple of days later. Just write a couple of interesting posts that people will comment on, and then you will unlock the breathwork masterclass. Level 5, 6, 7. If you unlock level 7, you get free lifetime membership. So the free lifetime membership is here. Reach level 7 and you get free access to this community forever. And that, my dear friends, is what you get inside the underwater squads. 6-week breather challenge starts July the 7th. So next Monday we start the 6-week challenge. So if you want to be part of that, you better join now. So you can prepare for this. You don't have to wait until July the 7th. Please join now already so you can go through the community, get used to it, so you're all ready by Monday to start the 6-week breather challenge, breathwork challenge on July 7th. And then you can tap into the 40% off annual if you want to. And if you don't, then you just go for the monthly, which is $37. So per year is $259, which comes down to $21 per month. And if you go per month, it's $37. Guys, this is a temporary offer. It's a huge offer. You will see that most people who opt in for the underwater squad, they will stay a long time. You might not have an idea about that right now, because maybe you think, well, if I join the underwater squad, I might just stay 1 month and see a bit around what you have. That's perfectly understandable. But once you get in, and you start participating in either the live calls or you start watching the replays of the live calls, you will understand that this is something that you don't want to miss. And most people, they stay for many, many months, 7, 8, 9, 10 months. So if you stay, so with this discount, this is actually the equivalent of 7 months inside the underwater squads. So if you would decide to not go for the yearly plan and you opt in for the $37 per month, you can still go to the yearly plan later. Let's say after a month, you decide, hey, I actually like this underwater squad and I want to stay here longer. I think I'm ready now for the annual plan. Then you can still go for that annual plan. Guys, I see you inside. I hope to see you soon. This offer will probably never ever come back. And most likely the monthly price will also go up. So if you want to get in through a discounted price, you better do it now. And I see you inside. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. Peace in every breath.